kita. Live yuk.
Siap.
YouTube
live.
yuk. Mantap. Bernonton bareng.
Anjir. Wajib song sebenarnya. Husbu, mantep nih.
Come quick, we gotta get down to the market. They slash the prices on fish around this time of day. Oh, and if you find something that you just can't do without, I'll help you haggle the price down. That's me.
Finally, Toma's ready to join the team. It sounds like he's pretty good at bargaining.
Well, at your service, my lady.
So, Christian, you definitely know Toma inside out by now.
Pengganti Xiangling nih, Bin.
Here and introduce Toma for us.
Yeah, sure thing. You know, players have
Anjir,
already
pengganti
seen
Xiangling.
quite a bit of Toma throughout the Inazuma
Live aku aman
storyline.
gak sih, Bin?
And though we met Toma in
Aman.
Inazuma, he was actually
Suaranya
born in
juga aman kan ya?
Mondstadt.
Oh.
Aman.
Coba,
Yeah, I
coba.
know.
Nice, aman.
Now, he's a well-known
Iya, iya,
fixer in Inazuma, as well as chief retainer of the Kamisato
aman.
clan.
Gotcha.
As the clan's
Pengganti
housekeeper,
Xiangling nih.
he's very good at various housekeeping skills. You know, stuff like trimming the courtyard, cooking, and
Anjing.
sewing, and, you know, bargaining. Some even say that with him around, the
Yang nunggu
Kamisato
banner.
clan has no need for other
Iya, tunggu
attendants.
banner.
Oh, okay. Basically, he's really good at taking care of everything.
Ini Toma bakal bintang 5 atau
Yeah,
bintang 4?
and when it
4.
comes to fighting,
Bintang 4,
Toma is
oh.
also a
Pengganti
reliable
Xiangling ini,
teammate.
mantep,
He
lebih
holds
mantep.
a pyro vision and wields a polearm as his weapon.
Support berarti.
Nice.
When he uses his elemental
Dia
skill,
juga.
Blazing Blessing,
Support berarti.
Toma deals AoE pyro damage. This skill also applies pyro to
Pyro
Toma
lagi ya?
and unleashes a
Mantap lah.
defensive blazing barrier.
Mantep anjing.
What's special about this shield is that its damage absorption
Aku ya mas jajarannya Shinchu nih di tier list.
Nge-lag,
can
bos.
stack.
Nah. Kamu nyampe Toma kan?
So, if another blazing
Emang sampai
barrier
situ
is
sih?
obtained again,
Enggak,
then
aku
the
di
remaining
tadi
damage
nge-lag.
absorption of the existing blazing barrier will stack, and its duration will be refreshed. There is a limit to the stacks of damage absorption, of
Bisa
course,
dicek
Oh,
nilainya berapa.
but I think it's
Shit
enough
lah!
to make Toma
Fuck!
a reliable protector of the team. After unlocking the talent
Sakit banget,
Siapa
Bin.
nih?
armor,
Ya nih,
when
bannernya
obtaining
yuk
or
nanti.
refreshing a blazing barrier, the
Tebak-tebakan
current
yuk.
active character's
tebakan.
shield strength will increase for a
Tahu,
certain
tahu.
duration.
Api, ini pyronya.
Nice.
Tahu, harus tahu.
And finally, we have his elemental burst. When Toma unleashes his elemental burst, Crimson Oyoroi,
Perkiraan.
he slices his spear through his foes
Child
with
tuh.
roaring fires that
Jangan
deal
selain
pyro
child
damage
maksud.
and weave themselves into a scorching Oyoroi.
Bin,
Ooh, that
selain
sounds
childnya.
cool. But you're gonna have to tell us
Selain
what
child, ya.
Oyoroi is.
Yeah.
Sure thing. So Oyoroi
Siapa
is a
kamu?
kind of armor.
Okay, so it basically serves as another
Iya,
shield?
stop, baru lagi mikir.
Well, it's not only like a shield. The
Tahu,
normal
tahu.
attacks of active characters
Tapi Child
affected
juga
by
bisa
the scorching
bisa
Oyoroi
juga sih,
will
bisa ada
trigger
kemungkinan
fiery
sih.
collapses. These collapses deal AoE pyro damage and summon blazing barriers. After
Child dapat
unlocking the
signature-nya
talent
si
Flaming
Child.
Assault, the damage dealt by Crimson Oyoroi's fiery
Bener,
collapses
kesatunya
are
kayaknya
increased
Child.
by a certain
Iya,
percentage
sama.
of Toma's
Senjatanya.
maximum HP.
Senjatanya
Okay.
ada sih bro.
It really feels
Yang
like
di
a
weekly
lot
boss
of
sih, Bin.
Toma's talents are centered around shields. And
Yang
given that a
Yang
vision
di weekly
represents
boss,
its owner's
yang Child
ambition,
megang,
you
yang
could
panahnya.
say that Toma's
iya.
ambition is
Air
protecting
panahnya
people.
warna biru.
Isn't that nice?
Aw, so nice. And with his elemental burst, not only does Toma protect his party members with his shield, but he also provides extra pyro damage for the active character.
Yeah, and with the effect of the imbricated armor talent I mentioned earlier, after unleashing his elemental burst, the active character's normal attacks actually help strengthen the shield.
Okay, that's cool. So basically, the more
Anjir,
you attack, the
bonusnya
stronger
mancing.
the shield becomes.
Pretty much. And
Nice.
Toma also has a pretty special
Toma macam
exploration
lagi.
talent. Once we have obtained Toma, successful fishing
Kenapa
attempts in
ada
Inazuma
lima
have a 20% chance of
Siapa
scoring a double
siapa nih?
catch.
Ooh.
Ah, nice.
Wih,
That'll
hutau anjir.
Lu tahu kan?
Right?
Hutau.
And on that
Yoi.
note, let's move
Betul.
on to version
Aduh,
2.2's
sabar.
event wishes.
telat
All right,
kayaknya.
sounds
Let's
good.
do it.
Harus di refresh dulu.
Kan bisa dicek nilainya berapa.
Iya.
Wah anjing, homanya mantep nih, homa.
Auto delay 10 detik
Aduh
bro.
nge-lag.
Menggila.
Tahu.
Ini Bin, signature-nya Child.
Ada child ya? Wah,
Mantep.
mau.
Auto delay 5
Apa?
detik anjir.
Ada tuh. Tadi mata kasih kan Ushuainya nggak ada.
Anjir, bisa kaca semua nih aku senjatanya.
Kau skip.
Aku berarti first depan kaca senjata doang.
Enggak. Aduh.
Oh, sayu.
Ah!
Anjir, sayu.
Sayu. Mantap.
Kita belum lihat banner bintang 4 ya, siapa aja nih sama
Iya.
Homa kah?
Paling nanti di reveal-nya itu. Pas itu ya keluar. Newsnya.
Anjing nggak fokus banget. Ini bocil ini siapa, Cok?
Sayu.
Sayu-chan. Sayulon.
Bukan sayu itu.
Ya kayak sayu, iya sayu. Aku
Sayu Hiro.
paham.
Iya hero.
Bekas kemana-mana itu anjir.
Iya, Cok. Parah anjing.
Apa
Ih,
ini?
Apa
Pulau.
ini?
Skip. Pulau.
Bukan Bin.
Apa?
Iya
Aku
pulau.
nge-lag, Cok.
Anjir pulaunya serem coy.
Tim
Kayaknya
dan-
lebih serem dari Saweria Bin.
Ah,
Anjir, ya,
sumpah,
mau
Cok.
gue-
Gak fokus banget aku ngentot. Ini yang nge-lag. Di YouTube ada gak sih?
Nggak ada belum
itu
nar
masih
malam.
malam. Biasa Chan ngomong nanti.
Pak aku delay. What the hell, bro?
Usah di refresh, tinggal pause mulai lagi.
Nge-lag males lah. Gak ada suaranya lagi, hilang suaranya.
Sudah demen.
Surumi.
Mute aja lah stream. Aku
Pepek. Satu detik konto. Turumi Iceland kan sampainya?
Iya.
cek di
Kamu masih jauh ya, yuk.
bisa
belum
lihat
Inazuma.
delaynya berapa detik.
Apa?
Bisa dicek delaynya berapa detik kalau di Twitch.
Oh.
Mana delaynya?
Iya anjir musuh barunya, Cok. Yang nembus shield, Bin.
Apa tuh?
Ya ada
That's right.
bleednya.
And there will
Kayaknya satu.
definitely be new treasure chests waiting
Apa lah. Langsung di gak guna lagi.
Musuh haram
to be
nih.
discovered.
And you know, from the new island area, travelers will be encountering
Anjing,
some new monsters in the upcoming version too.
Terbang lagi.
Let's
Alah!
gameplay.
Males anjir terbang. Iko ada yang besar sih tadi.
Indomie gua bikin nyaman di rumah.
Anjing gua ada
Will they
Indomie
make a Homa rerun?
Yeah,
Most
looks
likely,
scary.
yes.
I know, right? Well, these new scary-looking monsters are called Rifthound Whelps and Rifthounds. Judging from the names, we can tell that they sort of come from the same species.
Astaga, aku teori di ninja ini.
Apa nih?
Serius udah nge-lag banget. Padahal aku udah 720p loh.
Aku 1080 nih.
Cerita aku sambil live, Cok, Cang.
Aku sambil main juga.
During battle, they can go invisible, stealthily moving around the battlefield to attack. And most
Kenapa ini ya, new
importantly,
monster ya?
Rifthound Whelps and
Iya.
Rifthounds have a very unique attack mechanic. Once their attacks hit an active character, that character, as well as other characters in the party, will be
Anjing.
continually affected by the corrosion
Waduh.
status. Affected characters will lose HP every second, and even
matinya
the characters with
babusongli.
shields will not be immune to this corrosion
Oh.
effect.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Oh, nggak pakai
I mean,
zombie.
they might look scary, but I'm sure we can handle them.
Definitely.
Yeah, and, well, that's everything we have for our new monsters. In the next section, we'll get a
Nah,
peek
udah
at the
lancar.
events coming our way in 2.2.
Masih bahas new
Fit.
monster kan?
Yes, but before
Udah,
we
udah,
get
udah,
there,
udah, udah.
it's
Udah,
time to
udah.
give away
Udah,
our
udah.
second redemption code.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Itu pin. Child kayak komi pin. Kelihatan udelnya.
Kunjuk.
Aku SS dulu aja lah. Masukinnya nanti. 12 UTC min 4 jam berapa sih?
Berarti di chat udah rerun 2 kali.
Iya.
Nah. Terus pertama kali rerun alasannya apa ya? Karena apa?
Banyak yang minat. Banyak yang minta.
Anjing. Kayak
Kalau
gitu
ini
lah.
karena ada quest yang sebelumnya banyak yang minta. Kalau ini muncul lagi di story soalnya.
Oke.
Ini masih code.
Iya, masih.
Ini ada 3 kali ya berarti 305 ya.
Ih, wah mantap ih.
Apa deh?
Frisinya tuh.
Welcome back, travelers. Next up, we'll be
Sudah kayak
revealing
primo
the
nih.
events coming in version 2.2. The first event on our
program
list
sih.
is called Labyrinth
Iya, dapat
Warriors.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm seeing a theme here. The word labyrinth was also in the title of the version trailer, so we know this will be an important event.
Mhm.
Right? And the Warriors part is straightforward enough. Seems we are getting some more combat in this event.
Yep. In this event, we'll be entering a domain in Inazuma called the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. Joining us along the way will be a paper figure called Shiki Taisho, who will be providing some help to us throughout the adventure. Also making an appearance in the event storyline will be the 11th Fatui Harbinger
hantunya kontol
Tartaglia,
banget ya.
aka Child, as well as the
Child,
resident
aka
rockstar
Child.
Leah, Shinyan.
It's gonna be great to
Namanya
see them
banyak
in the
sekali, tapi nama
storyline,
aslinya
but I
Ajax.
gotta say, what an interesting combination.
Yeah, totally. And what's interesting, though, is we've seen set foot in Inazuma. Given that the Fatui are not the most welcome guests in Inazuma, you can't help but wonder what he's doing there.
Totally. Yeah, and I mean, the same for Shinyan, too.
Yeah.
What brings a rock star to Inazuma? I guess we'll have to wait until the upcoming version to find out.
Si Child
Yeah,
gimana-mana ya,
and in
Bin.
addition to the storyline, we'll also have new event gameplay.
Iya.
Let's dive into some of the details.
All right.
Right.
As I mentioned before, we will be entering the bizarre and unpredictable domain that is the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. Monsters and hidden dangers await us there, and travelers will need to deploy 2 parties of characters before initiating the trial. A combat party and a support party. Luckily, we can use Shiki Taisho's charm magic to give us the upper hand. Travelers may select certain Shiki Fuda before entering the domain. These Shiki Fuda are like magic seals that will provide us with a variety of assistance while inside the domain. Some Shiki Fuda can summon spirits. Some can create barriers, while others can buff the active character. After making all the necessary preparations, we'll be ready to face whatever waits for us in the domain.
There are 5 levels in the Mystic Onmyo Chamber,
Kok
and
Omi?
each level will have multiple rooms to explore.
Kokomi.
Random monsters will appear in the rooms, and travelers will randomly obtain different items after defeating the monsters, including battered Shikifuda, damaged replicas, and age tokens. Battered Shikifuda can be used to obtain buffs in the challenges. Damaged replicas can be used to enhance Shiki Taisho's abilities, and age tokens can be exchanged in the event shop for valuable rewards.
Oh, man. Good stuff.
For sure.
Thanks for the breakdown.
Okay, so moving to our next event, Shadow of the Ancients. This event has to do with our new area, Surumi Island. During an investigation commission, the traveler happens to encounter a
focus,
ruin
focus.
grader with regenerative powers.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Seems like the Ruin Grader has a
Kamu
special
udah
source of
random
energy.
bin?
Yes, and that's why we also call it an
Redemin
anomalous
ako, Bin.
model ruin grader. In the event, our task will be to investigate this grader's regenerative powers.
If it's ancient machines we're dealing with, we'll definitely need a scholar or someone to guide us.
Yup, you're right. In fact, we'll be pairing up with a scholar from Sumeru during this adventure. The event is divided
Apa, Bin?
into 3 phases.
Itu link random
First
di
is
general.
investigative surveys. During this phase, the Sumeru scholar will give us a special kind of prospector gadget. Travelers will need to explore different areas with these prospectors in search of components to repair important ancient devices called Persina
Pacoy.
spikes. These devices can be used to cut the flow of power to the anomalous model ruin grader.
The special prospectors we will be using are called Ayesha's Chaos Prospectors. When the target is out of range, it will point towards the approximate direction of the target. And once the target is within range, it will mark the location of the target for us. Travelers can place up to 3 prospectors at once. As soon as a 4th one is placed, the first prospector will be automatically retrieved. The survey sites span across Mondstadt, Liyue, and Inazuma. After we've collected all the necessary components, we can prepare Persina's spikes, which will then stop the ruin grader from regenerating.
However, we still need to test whether these spikes are fixed before we get to confront the anomalous model ruin grader. Which leads us to the second phase, data sampling.
Man, this sounds like some legit research is happening.
I know, right? In this phase, we'll test the functionality of the spikes by recharging them. Once we start the challenge, we'll have to use electro
dulu,
attacks to
teman-teman.
activate Persina's
Mantap.
spikes and continue charging them. Please note that the spikes will attract nearby opponents to come and attack them. And if the spikes are hit by an enemy, the spike's integrity will drop. If one spike's integrity drops to 0, then the challenge will fail. So be careful not to let the monsters damage the spikes.
Okay. And once we've collected enough data, we'll get to the 3rd and final phase of the event, live testing.
Yay!
Wait, we're still testing even in the final phase?
Well, let's say it's like an open beta. Travelers will have to charge all of Persina's spikes
Ku tahu
within
ya,
the time
Jang, tadi,
limit to
Jang.
cut the
Anjir,
anomalous
tahu.
model ruin grader off from its power source
Update-nya kapan, Jang?
and finally defeat it.
Tinggal
But
13.
note that if you
Udah
defeat it
depan,
before
depannya
cutting
lagi.
off the power source,
13.
the ruin grader's self-repair mechanism will be triggered, which will then cause it to re-enter an active
Ini ada
state.
apa sih minggu ya?
Oh, okay. So
Kalau
let me
update
get this
versi
straight.
pasti
This
hari
thing will
Rabu
just
ya,
keep
Chan.
regenerating over and over again?
Unfortunately, yes. But the ruin grader's not invincible. Just like a normal ruin grader,
sudah
we
ready.
can attack the cores mounted on its head
Apa
and
nih?
legs to immobilize it, which will help us defeat it more effectively.
Ini siapa ini apa
Our
lagi nih
next
panah-panah?
event to expect in version 2.2 is called Tuned to the
Yoimiya
World
itu
Sounds.
yang kalian
Wow,
wangi.
that sounds poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Kazuha is involved, obviously. You know, because he has a poetic soul.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, in this event, Kazuha will give us a floral zither,
Oh!
which we will use to perform music in the event.
Apa?
That's right, the
Mantap.
rhythm game is coming back.
Rhythm
Alright.
game
And
balik
this
lagi.
time, we get to be
Done.
accompanied by
Iya.
another
Mantap.
character when we perform in
nyampe
the
mana?
event.
Yes, that's so cool.
Right?
Our
Ciao.
Kokomi,
Ciao.
Ayaka,
Kokomi,
and the
Ayaka.
Raiden
Raiden,
show.
Raiden,
Each character
oh,
has their
Raiden,
own
coy.
song and
Raiden
performances
mainan
will be
kayak gitu
split
kayak
into
apa ya,
normal,
Vin?
hard,
Kokomi,
and
bro.
pro difficulties. Normal
Kokomi,
difficulty is unlocked by default,
Komi.
and travelers will need to complete the available difficulty with at
Ini
least
apa
a
dah, Jang?
Euphonia rating to unlock the
Mainan
subsequent
kayak
difficulty
pas
level.
lagi
Anyway,
Semoga
enough
tambah
of me
susah.
just talking
5.
about it.
Mainan tuh gimana maksudnya?
Let's
Game
check out
tahu
how the
kayak
event looks
osu.
in game.
Apa?
Sounds great.
Kayak osu.
Oh.
Coba yang paling semoga susah. Semoga tambah susah. Oh.
Oh boy.
Kayak apa, Den?
Yo.
Ya, anjir lawan Raiden,
Jump right
Vin.
in, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Kita Raiden maksudnya.
I've done this before. I'm good.
Hey, is that A holding a
do it.
lyre?
Semoga
That's
itu.
cool.
Oh,
Cukup
yeah.
jadi.
Yeah.
But that is such a nice scenery to play.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. This pro difficulty looks hard.
Bisa ada mainan
But
kayak
as
gini
you
dong.
can see, before travelers will need to press the
Aduh,
rhythm points when the
panjang.
ring shrinks down to around.
Iya, anjir.
And then they can score bonus points
Baru
for
ya,
getting
Vin?
consecutive rhythm points correctly.
Mantap, mantap, mantap.
Oh, gotcha, that's cool.
Look at this. It's a new mechanic
fail.
for this event.
Doh,
You should press and hold down the
Yang
note
main
until
dong.
the
Berapa
light
kali,
switch
anjir?
appears to score.
yang main dop, bro.
Nanti dapat apa kayak gini?
Primo.
Masa primo anjir?
Iya, Primo, serius Primo. Primo uang wit sama
Does not
yang
look
kristal.
Uangnya duit aja.
Duit
So,
nyok
wait and see.
Ada. Duit siapa?
Oh, hey,
Itu
the
loh,
side-
hero speed.
Oh, wait. Oh, iya ya. Tak kira weed.
Or zither.
Apa?
This is so peaceful sounding.
Bentar.
And then it is like all these successive notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine trying to hit all of those at the same time.
I know.
Yang penting ada kokominya.
Orang ini ya udah menyesal masih aja kokomi terus.
I'm imagining myself playing.
Oh,
right
mana
now.
banner bintang
I
4-nya
know,
anjir.
right? I'm so excited to give it a try.
Saya butuh bintang
That's a pretty
4-nya.
good score.
Well,
Biasanya karakter
that's
bintang
all we've
4
got
mesti
for
apa
Tadi
sih?
Return to
Cilda,
the World
tadi
soundtrack.
Cilda ini kan, tadi
I
Cilda
hope
rerun
all
kan.
you travelers will
Iya.
enjoy playing music
Baru
alongside
tadi
your
rerun.
favorite
Baru tadi
characters.
siang aku bilang
Next,
tanya
we
Yavin
have
anjir,
another
Cilda rerun
event
nggak?
called Dreams of
Ada
Bloom.
rerun.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. The
Berarti
event is
2.2
initiated by
ini
an
abis itu tahu
Inazuman
Cilda Jan.
florist named Sakuya.
Chill
During
dulu.
the
dulu.
event, travelers
Child
can
dulu
submit
baru
the
tahu.
materials Sakuya requests
Iya,
daily
bisa nabung
to
dulu
obtain
buat
Iya,
tahu.
bener sih.
special seeds from her. We can then plant these seeds in a path of value luxuriant glebe
Gak
in the
tahu-tahu
Serenity
ya.
pot. After waiting for
Tahunya
some
kapan
time,
berarti?
the seeds will
Bulan
then
depan.
grow into beautiful flowers
Pokoknya
called
20
dream
hari.
blooms, which
child.
is an amazing name, by the
Oh, iya,
way.
bulan depan
No,
lagi.
right?
Akhir
You
bulan
know, it
paling.
looks like we'll have multiple kinds of dream
Is-
Bulan kalau
blooms.
nggak
Anjir,
awal
Bin.
bulan depan.
That's
Lihat
right.
tuh.
Sakuya will prepare 3 different
Mantap,
kinds
mantap.
of dream bloom seeds for us during the event.
Apa nih?
Star hibiscus seed, pearbell seed, and silk pod seed. What's special here is
Mantap
that even the same type of seed can grow into different colors.
Yo, it's sort of like a
Keren.
mystery prize.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Also, travelers will be able to send their flowers to each other. Isn't that
Oh,
exciting?
that's so sweet.
Bisa ngirim bunga, Jang.
So we can send
Bisa
the flowers
tuker-tukeran,
we've
Bin.
collected to
Bisa
our
nge-gift.
friends who might
Anjir,
need them.
ada gift.
That's
Ih,
cool.
bisa
Yeah.
ditanam,
In
coy.
addition,
Mantap.
the grown flowers can also be used
Sangat
as
gift
furnishings
orang.
to decorate our realms.
Bisa bertani dong, Jang.
Once travelers have completed certain challenges,
Nah, bertani
we
udah
can
ada,
obtain
cuma ini tambah
Sakuya's
lengkap.
special gardening
Bisa
pack
nge-gift ke
and choose
orang
one of
lain.
the 3
bro.
flower stands that we
Ada
prefer. We
itu
can also
dekorasi
customize
itu.
flower arrangements in
Dekorasi
our stands
bunga.
and make them into unique
Is,
furnishings
tambah
for
bagus
ourselves.
nih.
Hmm.
Ha.
Looks like we'll be seeing some
Tapi
customized
apa
flower
kentang
stands appearing
makin
in our
menderita, Jang.
teapots.
You bet. But
Ya!
please note that after
Ya!
the event ends, the flower
Apa?
seeds from this event will also
Disappear tadi.
So be sure to participate in the event
Limited.
before they're
Event
gone.
hilang.
I will.
And
Siapa?
besides all these events,
Habis event
we will
nanti
also be
bunganya,
seeing another
benih-benih
return
bunganya
of the
hilang.
ley line
Oh.
overflow event.
Benihnya doang.
During
Kalau
the event,
Iya.
we will have 3 chances
Berarti kayak
daily
itu
to collect
lantern,
double
Bin.
rewards
Kayak
from
Aku Sound
overflowing
juga masih
blossoms
ada
of wealth
berapa
or
banyak.
blossoms of revelation.
Tak simpen.
This event
Oh,
always makes
Lantern
things
Ride.
so much easier for leveling up your characters, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
kayak
when we have
lagi
a lot of
lantern
characters
ride
to
toh.
work on.
Lanternnya kan masih
Oh,
ada,
I
aku
know,
masih
tell
oh,
me about
lantern.
it.
Oh masih 50.
All right,
Aku
that's
lupa
about
berapa.
all we have for the events in version 2.2. Now let's move on to some great updates coming to the Serenity Pot.
Yay!
Oh,
In
Dalam
version
bina juga.
2.2, the new
Yes,
realm style,
mantap.
Ada
Silken
yang
Courtyard,
unsubscribe
as
lagi ya,
well as
guys,
a
ya, ada
series
orang.
of brand new Serenity
chest,
Pot
bro.
furnishings
Iya,
will become
di
available
dalamnya.
for travelers
Dalamnya
to
ada chest.
enjoy.
All right, it's
Chest
time for some
hijau.
Inazuma vibes
Chest
in our
hijau dapat
teapots.
apa? Obtain featuring blueprint.
Itu
Wow,
furniture.
beautiful.
Oh.
Oh my gosh,
Ini
look at that
Bin,
sunset.
bagus nih Bin potnya.
It's just gorgeous. Everything is
Yeah.
so
Pot
beautiful.
Inazuma anjir. Mantap.
This
It's so
feels so
beautiful.
peaceful too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like
It's what I
watching
like.
it is so peaceful. It's
Keren.
awesome.
Suara luminnya
Oh,
bagus ya.
it's so cool, but how do we get this
Kok
realm
jalan di
style?
Sakura, Jang?
Okay, well, once
Iya.
travelers have upgraded their
Mantap
sacred
nih.
Sakura
Raiden,
favor to level
Raiden
40,
rumahmu.
they can claim the rewards
kita
to
bersama
unlock the
Raiden.
silken courtyard style.
Wow, level 40?
Ya kan tadi rumahnya
You
Raiden
know,
kan Bin?
right? The good news is
Ya,
that
Raiden
even
lebih
while your
kecil.
sacred Sakura
Iya.
hasn't reached level
Versi
40, you can
miniaturnya.
still gain a variety of new Inazuma-styled
Ini
furnishing
kenapa Toma
blueprints
ikut
and
ini
furnishing
dah,
set
ikut ngomong
blueprints
dah.
in the coming version.
Baru mau
And
keluar
on
udah
that
ikut
note,
ngomong
we'll
anjir.
also have a new way of
Itu
collecting
chestnya tuh.
blueprints in version 2.2.
Toma
Inside
G.
the new Sarumi Island
Dapatnya
area lies a
furnishing.
brand new type of treasure chest called remarkable
chest.
chests.
Udah dapat
Travelers will be
gadget
able to
itu.
obtain blueprints
buat
by
treasure.
finding and opening
Mantap.
these
Wis.
chests.
Remarkable.
Wah, mantap.
We can
Tambah
also
banyak,
obtain
Bin.
some all-new furnishing blueprints by
Akhirnya
purchasing them from
baru
Tubby the
lagi.
Teapot
Taunya
Spirit,
bisa
or
ngumpulin.
by receiving
Kira-kira
them as rewards from
sampai
certain
tahu
gold
bisa
quests.
ngumpulin
In
32.000
version
primo
2.2,
nggak ya?
a new furnishing type will be
Enggak.
added to the Serenity
Enggak.
Pot system
Kalau 16.000
called
bisa
a
ya?
floating platform.
Bisa.
Basically, it's like a type of rock
Blessing
that
on
floats
on,
in the air.
makanya kalau blessing nggak on nggak
Lost
bisa.
Stripe from the lantern, right?
Yeah,
ada
but
duit,
Ya.
these
habis
floating
buat
platforms,
kamera,
we can
anjir.
actually set a
Harus on
certain
blessing.
height for them to
10
float at.
ngambek Jan.
And
Iya.
just like any other landform, we
Habis
can
buat
place
nih
furnishings
alat-alat
on it.
live sama
And with that,
kamera,
we
anjir.
can start creating our own Adepti abodes inside our realms.
Yes. In
Oh,
addition, there will
baru
also be
Bin
some
bisa dikatasin.
optimizations to the Serenity Pot system.
Oh baru.
Starting from version 2.2, we can learn blueprints
Editnya
from several
baru
new places, like through the create furnishing menu inside the
Berarti
Serenity
bisa
Pot,
ngambang gitu.
through the forge,
Ha-ah.
and through the crafting
Delay
bench.
8
Oh,
detik,
that
bro.
definitely makes learning blueprints a
Mantap.
lot more convenient.
Apa Bin?
Yeah, and aside
Aku
from
Twitch-nya
optimizations to the
delay 8
Serenity
detik.
Pot system,
Mana lihat
version
delay?
2.2 will also include an
settings.
optimization to the storage capacity
Setting.
of our inventory.
Advance.
After the version update, the
Video
maximum
stats.
artifacts we can store in our inventory
stats
will be
nyalain,
increased
terus
from 1,000 to
latency to
1,500,
broadcaster.
Oh, that's sick.
right?
Yeah, and that should
Kamu
be
delay
just
berapa
about all
detik?
we have regarding the version
8
update.
tadi.
Oh,
Habis
awesome.
di pause
Man,
sampai lagi
we
5
covered a
detik.
lot of content today.
Mana
But
sih?
hold on,
Yang
we're
mana
not
ada
finished
dua?
yet. Next
Atas
up,
atau bawah?
we're excited to announce a collaboration between Genshin Impact
Collab sama
and
Razer, bro.
Razer.
Oh man.
Later this
Razer-
month,
Razer
Razer
ini?
will be releasing
Razer
a
Gaming,
range of
Razer.
Paimon-themed
Iya.
gear, including a wireless
Ya
ergonomic
Razer
mouse,
udah mahal,
mouse
Cok.
mat,
Collabnya sama
and an
Razer.
ergonomic gaming chair.
Mahal lah.
It's always reassuring to know that Paimon's got your back as you
Astaga.
journey through the world of Teyvat, and now in more ways than one.
Gambarnya Paimon
And
doang,
to
nggak
sweeten the
ada
deal,
gambar lain.
co-branded products also come with bonus in-game
Razernya
rewards.
lo- ini
Travelers can
pecinta
head
loli.
over to the official Razer
Kursi
webpage for
gaming.
more
Bin,
information
dapat bonus
on the
reward,
special
Bin.
lineup.
Oh man, I can't
Bonus
wait.
in-game reward.
Iya.
Hey!
And with that, note, let's give away the
Oh,
third
kode,
redemption.
kode,
Kode kode tahu tuh.
Kode, gue tahu, ya.
Screenshot dulu.
Mantap.
Only one redemption
Homa.
for aku.
Nggak bakal nggak homa kataku.
Gak bakal ke Homa ya.
Mantap,
yang lain.
300. Aduh, tahu kenapa bulan depan ke bulan ini.
Kan homa bakal itu.
Ha-ha.
Tambah duit mihoyo.
Terus sampingnya Bin maksudnya itu loh.
Oh, sampai
Biar win-win.
Jangan aku kalau red off bakal menang red off nggak ya?
Gak tahu tuh. Berdoa lah.
Tapi Cilde bisa aku bawa pulang nggak ya?
Anjir pengen 2.
Aduh.
Iya.
Coba kata Cilde terus gak dapet Cilde ini kan red on.
Tapi mending jangan coba-coba sih kalau mau bener-bener ngejarnya. Tahu kecuali primonya banyak.
Aku primonya 1 juta Jan.
Oh paling nanti gacha gutau gak dapet gutau ya PT-nya simpen buat ya.
Well,
Kayak dari
it
gitu,
seems
Bu.
like the version 2.2
Oh iya,
special
bisa tahu ada
program
Yaya
is
juga
finally
ya.
reaching its end.
Waduh.
And I gotta
gacanya
say,
mantep-mantep
that was very
dah.
informative.
So, tell us, Christian, how did you like doing a special program with us?
Oh man, it was so cool. Like,
Bro,
we
kan
saw all the
dapet
new
tanggal
events,
13.
we saw the new Serenity Pod updates, which look amazing. There's terrifying
Anjir, info
monsters.
bedanya
and,
mana,
of course,
Cocok?
Toma.
Yeah, I also can't wait for Toma and the
Oh, this
Serenity
is it.
Pod updates and the monsters. It's gonna be great. And Christian, it was so awesome having you on the
Kambing
special
gak
program.
dikasih
Hey,
tahu
well,
banner
thanks for having
weaponnya.
Well, I think it's about time to say goodbye. I hope you all enjoy the
Selamat,
version
Christian.
2.2 updates, and thanks for watching.
See you all in Genshin Impact.
Eh,
version
iya, anjir.
2.2.
Bye. See you later.
Bye. Thank you.
Hey,
Just kidding,
just kidding.
Cok.
Hah?
Just kidding.
Iya.
Today there'll be an
Nge-prank,
online
bro.
Masih
concert
ada di aku
celebrating
juga.
Genshin Impact's first anniversary.
In a year of
Talaga
adventure, so many of you have created wonderful memories. And to help us recall all those special
Ada
moments,
10, ternyata ada
Genshin Impact
10.000
has
ini,
prepared
Cok.
a special
10.000
online
primo.
concert for
Wow.
all the travelers out there.
Musicians from the United
Anjir,
States,
pedonya.
Belgium,
Kita
and
lihat
South
komentarnya,
Korea will cover
komentarnya gimana
Genshin
nih?
Impact's music with different
Banyak
genres
stiker
ranging
biasanya.
from classical symphony
Emot-
to pop music.
Emot only mode
There
ini.
will definitely be a
Nggak
variety
bisa
of
ngetek
exciting
gitu,
audio
Pak.
and visual experiences for our
Biar
travelers
aku
to enjoy.
mihoyo.
The concert
Emang
will
lagi
start at
chat.
8:40
Lagi
a.m.
drama.
EST or UTC
Lagi
Ya.
minus 4,
bocah.
Biar
which is
nggak ada
only
yang
a few minutes
protes sih.
away from now. So stay
Iya
tuned.
emang.
Anniversary mihoyo, anniversary mihoyo.
Kan nonton 300.000, Cok.
Mihoyo please 1 juta primo mihoyo. Bocil-bocil
Yang live,
kasihan.
yang nonton 300.000.
Biasa.
Astaga, buffering lagi teman-teman.
Oh, udah
Selesai.
selesai.
Oh iya, emang udah selesai. Genshin Concert 2021 coming soon. Widih.
Woi,
Ada siapa aja? Ada Barbara, Ningguang, Diluk, Fenty. Ini siapa?
mana kodenya, coy?
Oh, ninggungnya mantap.
Ini sampingnya Fenty siapa dah sama Barbara?
Hah?
Tengah-tengahnya
Sampingnya
Barbara sama Fenty.
Xiangling.
Sangli gitu.
Rambutnya biru emang.
Iya.
Oh. Ini sampingnya ada Clay. Ini siapa? Loli nih.
Cici.
Oh, Kiki ya. Kiki Wangi kata Yabin.
Ay, pedonya.
Oh, ninggungnya bro.
Ada Gusion. Ada ini siapa?
Anjir,
Ada
Gushen,
Genshin,
cok.
ada Alucard.
Iya,
Ada
lu
Lucian, ada Lucard. Anjing Ningguangnya ya sih wangi banget Ningguang. Tapi aku bawa pulangnya mending ini sih, mending Barbara.
Hah,
enggak lah, skip.
Cantik banget Barbara.
uang saya tuh.
Ningguang Fury.
Aku bawa pulang
Coba itu
Fendi saja.
hewan, bro.
Fenty. GG.
Biasa Genshin beraksi.
Iya, Geijan beraksi Geijan. Kalau Yabin sih kayaknya antara Kiki sama Klee sih bawa pulangnya.
Asuh.
Bocil-bocil kematian. Abis ini kita mau nobar lagi kah?
Nobar
Malam.
apa lagi? Nonton apa?
Malam.
Oh, mau malam aja nobarnya. Ini udah selesai kan?
Udah.
Oke. Mending live-nya dilanjut main atau gimana? Atau
Aku
udahin sampai sekarang aja, sampai sini.
Gabut.
Gabut aku. Main aja.
Atau kita nobar dulu, nobar yang lain.
Anjir.
Nobar apa?
Gimana, Bin?
Udah lah, Pak. Primoku.
Tanya chat coba. Sebagian nonton apa?
Tanya chat, guys. Mending lanjut main atau nobar? Lanjut main atau nobar? Lanjut main atau udahan?
Mendingin nonton Kucing Boy.
Oke teman-teman, terima kasih yang sudah menonton meskipun tidak ada yang menonton. Saya akhiri live.